All right, in this video, I want to talk about one of the group of items that was released from last week. It's the rare monster hunt for the Chupacabra. You just basically go to Paxia and hunt for darkness monsters in the Nocturu clan. So, a little bit of a tedious quest, but once you're there, you beat the 10 Chupacabras and then you get the shop. And then they also did the pinata. It has three possibilities, which makes that a kind of a pain in the ass. Once you get the shop, I would recommend getting the level 10 painting. It gives you access to the same shops. But I wanted to talk about the moonlit stuff. Basically, they inflict along the same lines as what we've been seeing. You get two options, either fear or a water poison. The water poison is based on hits, so I'm thinking it let's see, it pays 50% SP to do a water poison per hit, so it caps at 4. And then the magic one is based on spells. So what I want to do really is talk about why the items are good. Uh, Water poison, if you like poisons, then fine. But as we all know, poison infliction is a pathway to void damage. So it's significant in that regard. So what we're going to do here is we need to find a spell that is at least 4 hits, maybe more, and hopefully all 4 will land well. So what I'm going to do now is actually see if I can LEC cure with this guy. So let's see, we're on poison mode. I prime chaos orb my way out of it this turn. So I just want to do a non-inflict spell here, and hopefully all all the hits land. We'll see what happens. All right, so we have a 5 power for 4 rounds. Poison. It's pretty good. Did you notice the shield lit up? But so it's enough to do enough poison on a non-celerity turn for Void Forged. But without celerity, it will actually not be, because it'll drop to 3 turns. And I think you need at least around 153% melee for Void Forged. I think I remember. But what you can do actually is use this guy. So this guy will actually do its own poison. And as long as they both inflict, which in this case, I missed some hits, so we had some issues there. But assuming all hits land and the poisons inflict, it should be enough for Void Forged. As you can see, it's lit up. And then we have enough for it. And as you can see, you get void damage. And just to show off the potential, if all hits land, everything inflicts. Let's see what happens here. So what we're going to do, the Moonlit Predator tablet, Toxic Claws. So we're going to have 7.5 for 4 rounds. I think you need about 5.5 for 4 rounds or more. So as you can see, it's enough. So that is why this particular item is so important. It gives you access to void. Then in this case, if you'll carry like a wing weaver or trickster armor, and then you access the built-in skill of the weapon or something like that, you'll get enhanced damage. So that's it for the Moonlit review. I just wanted to show off that it's a pretty easy access to void. You don't just have to use the Snake Strike spell. You can run both to give you two avenues. Um, the Snake Strike spell is going to cost more MP or SP as it's overcharged, but um, it also requires all 4 hits to land. Where in this case you have 2 different items trying to combine for. So you're probably going to get an easier infliction with this combo than Snake Strike, but the Snake Strike spell has the 4 times hyper crit with it. Just run some BTH boosts or some main stat boosts and you should be pretty good to go. But again, it's another avenue for you. But that's it for this video. All right, now I wanted to pivot over to my full offensive ranger and show off the Moonlit Spear. I'm not sure if the melee version will be similar. But basically, so the spear looks like this, and it has 3 modes. Basically, you have your normal mode, and then you have your poison mode, and then you have your fear mode. So the mode you're going to want to use is your poison mode. And I wanted to show you something because, okay, so I missed several hits or inflictions there. But the amount of poison that is there should be enough for Void Forged. And I'll just show it right here. As long as you land 4 hits. And like I showed in a previous video regarding Sneak Strike, it should be fine. So what we're going to do here is attack with Trickster, all 4 hits land, and we have a 5.18 duration of 4. So what I'm going to do here is I'll just skip this turn just to show you that you don't have to use this in Trickster. Just use it in a 4-hit armor. As you can see, the shield is still glowing. You eat it, so you have 0.04 left. So it's 0.04 more poison than you need to inflict Void Forged. I'm going to go ahead and finish up this battle here. And then, so that's not bad for 196 SP. And then basically from here, so I had been using a dual McGoys, this guy here. But in this setup, if I don't want to really bother with swapping out Pet and Guess, which takes time, which I personally don't, you can just use your Thurndas, right? So then you just do this, and then imbue, and then you're immediately into Void. So the Moonlit Spear is enough to inflict Void Forged, and then again on Trickster, probably the ranged version of H series would work as well. I think it's 4+ hits, so you could do the same thing there. So this is a very, very good spear. It's worth picking up. Again, it can be found in the Chupacabra quest of the Rare Monster Hunt. attack uh, Ipaxia under the Nocturu or whatever clan. I personally found several pinatas and goats just clearing my estates the last few days. So that's actually a pretty, if you have an estate with that you need to clear, that's also another quick way to go.